Alright, we're going to do a test on the new Dominix fit I got. This is actually the second one because apparently I was streaming the first one instead of actually recording it like I intended to do, which is rather unfortunate. Anyway, it's pretty straightforward. Just launched it. I'll get a time count of when I drop it, see how long this takes. Carriers, typical fit, SRP fitted for the hand crab as they require. Dominix's, I changed the fit a little bit. This is the lead Dominix. He's running 2 target painters. That's to switch the targets, paint up small stuff as necessary. He is getting boosts from the other Dominixes plus a Vigil I'm using for testing out there. His current scan res is 682, so he locks very, very fast for a battleship. About as fast as you can get it. Probably get some implants, something necessary. All the other Dominixes fitted for range. I got the afterburner there mostly for ESS response. Used to have more bulkheads. It's only got 2 down there on the lows. Sorry, that is incorrect. I've got 2 drone damage. It used to be a full rack of bulkheads. I'm testing to see if the extra damage helps. It certainly does so far. I am now 2-shotting a lot of the stuff that usually takes 3 shots, which saves a good deal of time and adds up when doing a lot of these. This is the typical Dominix fit. Mostly has the Omnis, Newts for case of combat, and it sits at 230 hit points, 230,000 about, which should be plenty. You do not want to do this with under, I would say, 100,000, because you will not get off in time before they blow you up. As it is, with 350,000 it usually takes 2 or 3 shots. And I'm counting this as starting at 0301 is when the crab went active. Launch a depot just for the hell of it, clear up some of this. That way if an officer does spawn. Okay, first example, we got the Tau coming in, always comes in at that long range, which is obnoxious. That's what these Dominixes are for. Dominixes will handle that, put these on that. I gotta launch my fighters for them to do anything. There, it's a little better. Slow start, slow start. As you saw, Alpha the tower right off the field. No need for any kind of travel time from the fighters. Just answer shot and gone. That saves a considerable amount of time on these beacons. Dreadnoughts don't have to worry about travel time, however their lock times are so very slow that it is pretty much the same problem. Too much time in between firing and getting the damage to where it needs to be. Dominixes, however, lock in just a couple seconds, and they have a full range in this entire area that they can hit. Let's see if we can get a proper clear this time. We've got another Tau, along with 2 battleships. Put these on the battleships. Typically I'll stagger at 1 different battleship each. Tau is sitting at 103 from the Dominixes. Alpha, done. And I can just switch and add extra damage to the battleships to clear them off the field. This saves from using missiles and having to reload. And done. We are 4 minutes in. We've already done 1.5 minutes on this. Is that accurate? It feels slow still. But as far as multi-box routing is concerned, this is exceptionally simple. No switching between multiple screens, no worrying about multiple different targets. Pay attention to one field. On top of it, you have quite a solid defense network, or at least I do, with what I have on the field. Dropping this, or going after this with any kind of a fleet, would be a mess. Probably for everybody, depending on how many ships are involved. It's another towel. Drop that. Get these on the battleships. You got a pair of news. News are pretty much always a one-shot. There's also another ship that likes getting out there at range. And the time it takes these two to burn down that battleship, all the long-range things are done, battleship's done. No travel time. It also helps with the tank on the carriers because they're dropping so fast that it's not a big deal. No need to use boosters, and you can save them for PvP encounters. In fact, this would be a good time to reload my fighters. However, I can probably clear this entire beacon without even worrying about reloading the fighters one time. Just keep my boosts running. One carrier is running information boosts. That is mostly to increase my lock time just that little bit more. A little bit more range, as well as increasing the effectiveness of my target painters, which is always helpful and good in a pinch. We got quite a lot of blues passing into the system. I wonder what this is all about. Give them a bit of a wave as well. Do a quick check to make sure we're still siege green. We are. Doesn't appear to be any more threats in the particular vicinity. Make sure I'm actually recording this time, because that would be a pain. But if you've got the ults to spare, even if you don't have this many Dominixes to field, as you can see, that's one-shotting the Taus. That's overkill. If you got ults laying around not doing anything else, and you can fly Dominixes with sentries, well, there's not much reason not to fit them up like this and put them to use as your own personal Overwatch. Extra deterrent from being dropped on, if you are willing to risk them, of which I am. However, the risk should be pretty minimal if you're paying attention to your area and know what you're up against. As you can see, it's taken a long time before anything shows up. We're already 5 minutes down about, and we are 6 minutes into this crap, roughly. I probably should have done a proper time with my phone. I will do that on the next one. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's have some Z's. Pi's, Zetas, and Sigmas. Again, I'll switch these on to the battleships. Try not to blow up my MTU. And they'll take care of the battle cruisers. His eyes are usually a pain, but that's going to be a quick two-shot. Don't have to worry about damage application, because those Dominixes are pretty much doing perfect application. Now, need something else for the Dominixes to shoot. They're already done. We'll finish off that one. And done. Just like that. Pretty straightforward. Once you know the pattern, you know what to send on what ships. Do a quick little top up on repairs. Turn off my networks. No need to keep them running. They haven't looked at a single other ship since we started this. My Vigil's still out there. No one's even looked at him. So that's working. And if the visual works out, I will probably take the sensor boosters off of the Dominixes to give them that Omni back, because I prefer them to be as accurate as possible. More range, more accuracy, low kills. Or I can put something else to support with, but I cannot think of anything offhand that would be of any value. I will point out though that the Dominix pilots are in fact using implants. They are using a full high-grade Hydra set along with other bonus drone things. I typically use them with my long-range PvP ships and or my ratting rattlesnakes. I'm also very careful about how I use them, as they are not cheap, but they have more than paid for themselves since I got them. Oops, got my order a little bit out of whack. Why not? Do this. I can one-shot that tower later. I'm not going to worry about it. Burn off these battleships and it's like a lot of times I hardly even need to use the carriers. The carriers are just there to drop more crabs. In fact, my secondary carrier is just used to switch to the other characters to activate more crabs. That way I have a total of 27 I can activate. Still haven't seen an officer rat. I hear they spawn. Believe it when I see it. Of course I'll be quite pleased once I do. Let's see, how's our time looking? 3 minutes, 10 seconds. We are 10 minutes into the crab. Not the best time I've had, also not half bad. I also point out that despite the implants and despite the carriers and Dominixes, I would say the risk on the field is less than that of a super, at least a properly fitted super. So as far as cost to firepower wise, I would say this easily outclasses a super and definitely outclasses 2 supers, which is what a lot of people like running these in. Go ahead and get rid of the tower early on this one. Get on here in the battleships. This should be a pretty quick clear. Yeah, finish off that pie. Those pies are tanky. See, almost 2 shots. I need to keep an eye on my experimental Dominix, who is using guards to see if he is applying properly. If he is, I will switch these out to all use guards because, take a look here. He's sitting on a good 700 DPS, which is a significant increase over the 550 of everybody else. Good 150 more DPS, more or less. So I have to keep tabs there. Now typically they get better tracking. He is using Muta guards that do have a damage boost. That's why that's sitting up near 700. So far the Muta drones have proven to be extremely valuable for what you get out of them if you get some good rolls and can invest in them and don't leave your drones. And those would be some pricey drones to leave behind. In fact, let me do 2 target paints on that pie. I don't usually do 2 target paints. I like switching. It looks like it's going to be a 2 shot. Nope, still 3. So no point in using 2. Battleships. The guards look to be applying perfectly fine. Didn't see any issues on the battleships, but again, they're closer, bigger. Now they're gone. 1 minute 40 seconds left. 3:14. We are 13 minutes into this crab. This could be a 15-minute clear about this rate. Give or take a little bit of time. I got 3 missiles and 4 missiles, so I got plenty of shots left on the carriers before they have to reload, so I'm no longer even needing to bother that. Alright, this should be a quick clear. There, done. Get the battleship lined up just in case. Nope, already gone. Clear. Very nice. 1 minute 4 seconds left. 14 minutes into the ESS. Looks like we're going to spike just a tiny bit over 15. Seconds left. I will go ahead and shoot it because that's already saving a great deal of time. In fact, let's see if we, because the last time I saw this, the rats warped off the moment it was gone. 6, 5. So wave of rats like spawning kind of near the tail end, and I think blowing this up early, you still get the loot out of it. Clears it off real quick. Might even help the BRM, who knows. Done. You just gotta wave in. 316. I'm gonna count that as a 15-minute clear. Let's see what these rats do real quick. And of course you lose the ISCA killing them, but I don't care, I'm just clearing the crabs. Oh, another one, done. Rinse, repeat. Pretty smooth. Not much to it. Hopefully that helps somebody.